Nate Diaz, he got the job done, brother, and he actually did it in more or less of a dominant fashion. Now, there's been one weak point in Nate Diaz's game that's been exploited fight after fight after fight, and it seems like he just does not care enough to address it, and that's checking leg kicks, brother. Tony Ferguson was going to the well, and I was actually thinking for a split second, Tony Ferguson is about to win on a leg kick stoppage right now. He's really going to win. Why? Because Nate Diaz was pulling the good old, what's up, bro? Stop running. I'm chilling. When he turned his back and he, like, put his hand out and he just kind of walked away, I was like, oh, like, is he, so he quit. He's not going to fight anymore. He's done. Like, Tony Ferguson should have been like, okay, I win, hands up. But you blew your opportunity. Nate Diaz got a quick little breather and continued to beat the brakes off of him. Brother, what was your thoughts? What was your reaction when you saw that?
Man, the amount of leg kicks that Nate Diaz was taking. I know we've said in the poll before, and Nate Diaz has said it before himself. He doesn't believe in leg kicks. Leg kicks don't hurt, but if you've ever taken one for yourself, you know how bad they do hurt. So Nate Diaz is an actual savage in there. My mind was blown the second I saw him catch a leg kick, stop, turn around, put his hands on the ring, and like say, no, just give me a second. I was like, oh shit, he's done. He's calling it, and he looked the right leg or the left leg. I forget which one it was. The lead leg of Nate Diaz looked a little stiff, a little not as bouncy as he normally had it. So for sure, I was a little worried, man. When those leg kicks were coming down, I thought this is going to be Tony Ferguson's strategy for the next 4 rounds. He's just going to keep spamming them up left and right all day long. Crazy that his corner told him to take a shot 4th round, but either way, man, it's a crazy thing to see Nate Diaz not acknowledge that leg kicks hurt, even though his body's like saying yeah, but his mind he's like, oh no, he's pulling an R. Kelly. His body's saying no, but he's over there just willingly accepting leg kicks. It's wild.
Only the great AJ is coming up with the R. Kelly, metaphor is mid-show, right? No, I love it, man. So, listen, I absolutely agree with you. It is astounding that he's walking through it, but I also think there's a little bit of strategy there. If you notice, Tony Ferguson's shin was bloodied up from the very get-go of the fight, right? I think Nate Diaz was actually very effectively checking a lot of those kicks. Even though Ferguson was getting through on a lot, if you've ever had your kick, a full-blown, full-blast kick checked, it's not fun and you don't want to do it again. So, to be that mentally tough on both ends, both of these dudes were legit. However, AJ, even though this was the 24-hour mix-up, we finally got to see these two fight. I think it's very clear. Tony Ferguson, El Cucuy, our man, bro. We love him. 12-fight win streak, knocking everybody out, submitting everybody, madman, wild man. Brother, Father Time catches up to all of us, and he just seemed a step behind the whole fight. He was just a step behind, right? Speed wasn't quite there. Reaction time wasn't quite there. Overextended time after time after time after time. Kept trying to do crazy elbows and all that good stuff, which, it's the madness of Tony Ferguson. It just doesn't seem like it's working anymore, man. And this was your prime opportunity. You have a Nate Diaz who wants to box. Yes, they're both unorthodox, but let's be honest, man. Nate Diaz isn't the fastest guy in the world these days either. Doesn't have the most pop on his shot. I don't want to write the eulogy for Tony Ferguson, my man. I don't want to do that, but I want to ask your opinion right here. From what you saw, is now the time, because he might insist on continuing to fight, but is now the time to say, let's take a step back. What do you think?
Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes I feel like El Cucuy is living in yesterland where he's, always bringing up, I was a varsity this, I was doing all that, like all that, and all of that's great. And it does prove that this guy is a world-class athlete. But unfortunately, at the time, I don't think he's world-class fighter ready. Do I think it's the end of Tony Ferguson? No, I think he can still be pulling off, trying to take out and whittle down some of these young bucks that are coming into the game, and he might become that perennial gatekeeper that we're always talking about. But as far as the elite of the top of the card, I think this might be the last time we see Tony Ferguson's name on the banner, unfortunately. What about you, Derek?
Well, I absolutely agree with you, man. I think this is pretty much the signal. This is the end right here. But what a glorious way to go out, man. You actually get to headline a card, right? You were the co-main. You get to or were you even the co-main? He was either the co-main or one before that. But you get to headline the card, right? You get a payday against the Nate Diaz. Everything got restructured very quickly. Took a miracle to make it happen. But the point is, this is the good way to go out, man. Go out while you have an opportunity to go out on your terms versus keep fighting in the UFC, man, and Uncle Dana is going to start giving you the Shavkat Rakhmanovs. You want to stick around at welterweight, right? They're going to have their young guns make a name off of you, and that's just basically how it goes right there. Last thing, we just have to touch on this, man. How glorious of a narrative have we just stumbled upon with Nate Diaz? He was not supposed to go out this way. The UFC was literally setting up a framework so this man could get demolished by Chimaev and have no value when he exits the promotion. Now his value is higher than ever because not only does he submit El Kukui and kind of beat him up for 4 rounds, he does the OG Nate Diaz one celebration that he's absolutely known for. AJ, you guillotine somebody, you know it's locked in, and then you start flexing, right? It's not as bad as when he had the triangle in and then he did the both arms, fuck you, motherfucker. No, it wasn't that bad. But you guillotined the man, and then you said, come here. I won the fight, and then he's over here tapping for dear life. Brother, Nate Diaz is stuck. I'm sorry, but I think it's higher than it's ever been. This is like Conor McGregor-esque levels. We just needed a I'm not surprised, motherfucker. You tell me, what's the next step for Nate Diaz? He's out the UFC. He's starting his own promotion. Are we seeing him fight again? What are we thinking?
Yes, and I think we're going to see him in either boxing. He's talking about something else. He's talking about he's going to be a professional in another sport. He's going to be the top of the top at another sport. I think he's going to be boxing. I don't know another sport he might be out there doing unless it's like the world-class triathlon or ping pong play or something like crazy like that. We might be seeing him box up, though, man. What do you think? We're going to see Nate Diaz versus Canelo?
I think this is it. There's only one option here because you need to go into promoting, right? That's this whole thing. Real Fighters Incorporated or whatever. You fight Jake Paul, you get a bag, and then you call it quits, and then you just smoke weed and do triathlons for the rest of your life. Easy. I'm your promoter. I got you. Done. You know what I'm saying? However, you go and try to like fight some legit box. All right, we don't need to go down that route, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of. We don't need to go down that route. The point is he goes out in glory right here. This is the most glorious outcome to a historic career that I can imagine, honestly, you know, in a situation like this. Trust me, I do not think that his rival, Conor McGregor, I don't think he will be going out of the game as glorious as Nate Diaz just did, which is just, like I said, a crazy turn of events, man. So that was your main event. It was just incredible, man. I will say this narrative, this storyline, this is a beautiful outcome for the crazy madness that occurred, you know, just 48 hours ago. So beautiful main event right there. But let's talk.